So hey chicks, let's chat. So the question is, why doesn't he treat you like he treated her? So when you met him, you came in the situation as your best self, right? Showing up, really overdoing some things just because you liked him like that. And as time progresses, you realize that, hey, he liked me, but not in the way that I want him to like me. And then you find out that somebody before you, he was doing a whole bunch of things he was doing a whole bunch of things with them. And you're like, whoa, wait a minute now. What happened? Was his finances different then, or what? And that might have been the case too, right? So now you start saying, because see, one thing about us women, if we find out that he doesn't do anything for her, or he ain't did nothing, like instantly we start to feel like, oh, he don't like her. Especially if he was doing things for us, right? So then as the woman on that other end, when you realize that, hey, he doesn't do the things for me that I heard that he does for her. And we do things, but it's really because I'm footing the bill. So then you start to say, well, darn, he don't like me like he liked her, and I wonder why. Like, because of course, as women, we always feel like we're better than the last 1, 2, or 3. So then, see, and that's where you start feeling some kind of way, right? You start feeling some kind of way about yourself, because here it is, you placing yourself as top tier, right? But you supposed to be so top tier, but then now you find out that it was things he was doing with this girl or for this girl that he doesn't do with you or for you. And really the only excuse he could give you is that he learned his lesson, or he don't do that no more, or this, that, or third. But still, it's playing on your psyche. Here's the simple answer to that. You know why he don't do for you what he used to do for her? Or maybe he doesn't take off of you what he used to take off of her. Like, she might could cuss him out and he'll go right behind, banging her line, texting her. You try to hang up, you won't hear from him until you reach back out to him. You know why? Because you don't do it for him in the way that she did. And that's the universal answer to everybody who wondering about that. Even the men. Why she don't this and that? Oh, she used to do all this and that for him. Why she? Everybody have different bonds with people. And you act with that person most of the time how you feel about that person. And we could argue that to the ends of the earth. But that's one thing that I have come to realize that is true. When, as a woman, when you feel a certain way about that man, you show up for him in a certain kind of way. And that's because that's how you feel about him. But that does not mean that it translates. That does not mean that he feels that way about you. And no matter what you do for him, you can't make him feel that way. You either do it for him or you don't. You can do it for him if you're not doing anything for him. Just because he digs you, he feels you, he likes being around you, he loves your personality, he likes your character. Just because he's into you like that, you don't have to be doing anything for him to be into you. In fact, when he's really into you, that makes him want to do things for you. But a lot of us, we done got the whole game twisted. And we have started thinking that the more things that we do for him, that's gonna raise our level in his life. And it doesn't, and it won't. Now, if he was raised a certain way, he's going to definitely appreciate the things that you do for him. But it does not add any love for you. He may respect you in a certain way because he know you get up off of your hard work coins and you will pass it right on to him, or you will put all your money into something that y'all finna do. He appreciate it. He a beneficiary of it. He appreciate it. He respect that you do that. That don't make him like you anymore. Not when he's the type of man who he has done buku things for other women, and he don't mind doing things for the women that he loves or the women that he care about. When he's that type of man, he gonna take whatever you give him, but that's not the way to his heart. And it's the same with women, because women can have a man who does everything for them, but the man that they want is the man who he cannot afford to do those things that Big Pocket Peanut could do. You know, Fat Pocket Freddy can afford to, you know, take her wherever she want to go for the weekend, you know, eat out the whole weekend, eat in on the hotel the whole weekend, you know, buy a couple fits for the weekend, whatever it is that she want to do. Fat Pocket Freddy, he can afford to do it. Little Money Lonzo, he can't afford to do it. But Little Money Lonzo be doing stuff like write her poems and stuff. Little Money Lonzo be, you know, good morning sunshine, grand rising sunshine. He be grand rising queen her to death. And she loves it. She loves it. So a lot of things that we do, we just be doing stuff that ultimately ends up just getting on our own nerves, because either you do it for that person or you don't. You know, that's just what it is. It's either something about you that they are intrigued with and attracted to, and it really does something for them. It turns something on in them that they want you around, or they want to come around you. They happy when they around you, because you got people who will come around you, but they come around you for the benefit, and that's it. They don't really want to be there, but they know it's benefits when they get there. See, that's what a lot of women have to understand. Yeah, he come around, he hungry. You cook every night. Yeah, he coming over. Yeah. He coming over, but he gonna be on the phone. He gonna be on his phone texting the girl that he like. Like, it's so many things that can be misleading sometimes. You got to really, you know, make sure that you have your eyes wide open, because sometimes y'all be having your eyes wide shut. Like, to me, it's telltale signs, you know. Like, I don't know, it's almost like a vibe, like a feeling sometimes, when you know when that dude really appreciate being in your presence, and that's really what he want to be, versus when he's coming around because he has an agenda. Right? He coming around because he might like this kind of sex that y'all have, and that's that. And he know how to put on long enough to be around you for y'all to do that, have a wonderful time while y'all doing that, and then he ain't really too much into you after that. And if you can't pick up on that, if you don't really know that, you're gonna be mistaking that for something else. And then that's this like the women my age by now, we should definitely have peeped that, you know. But it's the younger girls that I think sometimes when you younger, you can get caught up into thinking that something is something else. Great, always, yeah, great. He be here every night. He always 11 o'clock sharp. He gonna be here. Now, do that mean anything? Well, you know, when he does what he do. Do y'all have like quality time? Do y'all spending some real time? Y'all having some real conversations? Y'all talking? Y'all really in tune with each other? Y'all wrapped up? Y'all booed up? Y'all, you know, or y'all just, you know, taking y'all baths extra long, making sure things extra fresh in all the areas, and then y'all get to it, and that's what y'all do. And then you land on the side of him with all these questions that you want to ask, but he ain't stunned about talking. And you know that. He ain't stunned about talking. He either in his phone, he either watching TV, or he either sleep. He ain't really stun you. So you got all these things floating through your head that you want to talk about. You know, some places you wish y'all could go, or you want to go, some restaurants you want to try, and you too scared to say anything to him about it. Why? Cause the vibe ain't never right to say what you really want to say. Why? Cause other than y'all having sex, there really ain't nothing there. But the sex is wonderful. So that's the part that you're confused about. The sex so good. Surely it has to be some real feelings here. Surely it does not have to be. Surely it does not. That is not no guarantee. That is no real feelings there. Don't get caught up in that. And it's the same, like I say, it's the same for me. That girl will come around you every time you want her to come, she'll come. You know why? Cause she know what the play is. She know when she get around you, everything is taken care of. She don't have to come out her pocket for nothing. You ain't even asking her nothing. You take that as an insult if she even act like she finna pay for something. Just cause she there every time you call, that do not mean that girl like you. That means she know what the play is, and she knows she with a man who is a provider, and she don't have to worry about anything. And she's there. She's gonna get every last benefit you offer in front of her, whether she likes you or not. But don't get it twisted that she like you just cause, oh, I could call her up right now. Yeah, I bet you can. Cause she know what the play is. She know you finna take care of everything. You got a few of them you could call up right now, and they gonna be ready. Cause they know y'all finna have a good time, cause you like to eat good, you like to stay in good hotels, you dress well, you smell well, you might even look good. That has nothing to do and that do not mean she like you. Cause she may not be able to have a conversation worth anything with you. Yeah, your money might be good, but you may be so focused on making money that there is absolutely no real substance to you. You can't have a conversation about politics. You can't have a conversation about global warming. You can't have no real conversations with this young lady. You don't read any books. You are not articulate. You cuss too much. So all she can do is enjoy the benefits of the fruits of your labor, whatever your labor is. But you think that you have her in the bag. You think she crazy about you. No, she ain't. No, she's not. She's actually crazy about the dude who won't get himself together so that they can go and do some of the stuff that y'all be doing. See, everything that y'all doing, she really want to do that with somebody else. But the other dude won't get himself together. And now that she has become accustomed to you paying for everything, that's just making it even harder for old boy over here, because she definitely is not finna pay for everything. Even though she want to go and do some things with him, she not finna pay for everything, because she done already become accustomed to a man who will pay for everything. So she might be willing to go 50-50 with him over here, but he won't even bring that 50 to the table. Sometimes people just don't like you like that. And a lot of times you have people that they will settle for a person not liking them like that. They will settle for the 75% out of the 100. They just want to be with you. They just want to be around you. And that's the part I think Betty Wright meant when she said it's better to have a piece of man than no man at all. It's better to just have somebody come around. Even though they may not be into you 100%, you may not be into them 100%, but hey, it beats being lonely sometimes. That's what I take from when she said that. And I could be wrong, but that's what I get when you say having a piece of man, because truth be told, who really want just a piece of them? But sometimes that's all you gonna get is a piece of him, because he's not bringing his whole self to you, and he's never going to. He's not bringing his whole self to you. His feelings are just not that way for you. He likes you, he respects you, but he's not ever gonna love you like he loved her. Or he don't look at you the same way he look at her. Sometimes that's just the truth of the matter. It's the hard truth. It's the truth that we don't really be want to sit down and accept that though. We don't really be want to say, like, you know what? Him and his baby mama couldn't get along, but he crazy about her. Him and that other girl that he used to mess with for a long time, but they ain't never had no kids or nothing, but he crazy about her. But we don't really be wanting to say that. but I think sometimes we need to sit down and have that conversation with ourselves. And guys, I think y'all ego just be through the roof sometimes. You hate to think that she wants somebody else other than you, especially if you think you're a good man and you're a provider and you have this and you have that. To hear that she wants somebody else who like a jabroni, a nothing. Oh my goodness, you know good well she don't want him over you. But sometimes that guy just may talk to her better. He may be a little softer with his tone. He may be a little more interesting. Maybe he doesn't have the money that you have, but maybe his character is different. Maybe he was raised in different places. Maybe he's just a little more interesting than you. Maybe he have more topics of conversation than you. Maybe he could think of more things to do with her, than you do. Maybe you just boring, and she need a little more razzle dazzle, and he does it for her. With his broke self, he does it for her. Makes her laugh, gives her something to think about, makes plans, So sometimes the reality is just that, hey, you're not her, and you're not gonna do it for him in the way that she did. Now, should you try to mimic that? No, you show up and you be your own best self, and a person gonna like that about you, even if it's not him. Somebody was just like you are. And it's the same for men. Hey, you'll be crazy to try to keep getting this woman to be crazy about you when somebody else will like you just like you are. And that's the lesson. You can't force it. It either is or it isn't.